Hi, I'm Thelonious, and I would like to talk to you about something I've been thinking about for a long time. It's called the happiness principle. And this is my first video, so definitely be nice, alright? Uh, but, so, I'm just going to go through some of the basics, some of society's misconceptions about happiness, and easy ways to become more happy. So, we always look at happiness as in movies by a place that you reach. Like, I'm just not happy. If I have this job, I'll be happy. Oh, if I had this car, I'll be happy. If I dated her, I'll be happy. And that's just not the case. Happiness isn't a place. It's it's a it's not something you just reach and then you're done. No, I think happiness is there along with all your other emotions for you to work through. I don't think you just want to be blissfully happy all the time. Um, I like to think of happiness as something more like you get access to, and you want to have a life that facilitates as much access to happiness as possible. So, one thing that keeps people from being happy, at least happy by themselves, is the schism between what they want and what they do. And I'm going to define want and desire maybe a little bit differently, but for the context of this video, desire is like I desire to sleep 20 more minutes in bed today so I can just get out of bed and everything. I desire to just sit back and just watch movies all day or stuff like that. Basic lazy stuff like, being comfortable. And what we want to do is, I want to be a guy who rock climbs and gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and writes screenplays and is interesting. I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to be uh, successful. I want to work diligently. I want to be able to focus. Okay, now I think when you become very unhappy and you don't know why, you constantly need friends or anything, but anytime you're by yourself, you're just like, man, life sucks. You have anxiety and all that stuff. I think it's because there's a schism between what you want and what you're doing. And you need to amend that. We naturally want to progress. There's something in us that wants to grow. And if we're not growing and we kind of feel like, what are we doing with life? What am I doing? We constantly worry and we don't have that general sense of well being. Now, this can happen for multiple reasons. Some people are really sad and they have the job of their dreams, but they don't know why they're sad. Well, that's because your lifestyle isn't correlating with what you want. So, let's say you have this amazing job, but you're working 80 hours a week. You don't get to see friends, you don't work out, you don't eat healthy, you're stressed out all the time, you're feeling sick, and anytime you get some alone time, you sit there watch TV, and it kind of just phases you, and then you lay in bed awake, and you're constantly on your phone. Well, you need to look at small ways that you can start living in accordance to what you want. So I would ask everyone watching this video, I invite you to steal something from Elliot Hulse, to go and just write down a list of attributes you want to have, a list of habits you want to have that you don't have yet or you'd like to get better at. And then I would like you to put feasible goals. I think a lot of times this is why New Year's resolutions don't work is we set all these goals. I'm going to wake up at 4 and go running and then go to the gym and everything. But that's not your character. You got to slowly mold into a character that does all these things. So be realistic. And you start bridging that gap. Now, another key to happiness is appreciating simplicity, being in awe of the mundane. Um, when I wake up in the morning, I go out, I go for my run, everything like that, and I'm staring at the sky smiling. I'm looking at the clouds, it's all serene. I'm watching grass grow. Um, you know, I talk to people, I make everything just so epic in my head because I think about all the events that had to take place for me to experience this. So start celebrating the small little things. To be cliche and trite, count your blessings, and a big thing that I do that has transformed my life is meditation. And a lot of people are kind of weary of it. They don't know. It's not associated with any religion. Just close your eyes no matter where you are. And this is where you can start. And breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And even then, I feel a little bit calmer. And so I think these few things can help you become more happy. I call them the happiness principle. First, adjust your lifestyle to what you actually want, not the comfortable one. You have to get away from the idea that being comfortable is being happy. Being comfortable is being comfortable. Being happy is something else. So you want to be growing, and you want to You got to appreciate simplicity. The reason why kids are so happy is because they appreciate the simplest things. They can go out and play with cardboard boxes and be so excited and happy. Do that. Finger paint, whatever, and go and appreciate the day. Whenever you're feeling down, think about how many events had to happen for you to exist. And think about how beautiful that is, you know? And the last thing I invite you to do is meditate. Close your eyes, breathe in through your mouth, out through your mouth. Anywhere. You don't need to be in a quiet place. You could just be waiting in the doctor's office or sitting in your car for 5 extra minutes, you know? That's all. Thanks for watching my first video. Peace.